Hey guys, I just got done finishing all of your jokes and replying to everyone, so check your inbox. Thank you for making me laugh. You guys had some good ones. Today I have linked in your assignment right here, so we're going to click on today's lesson and I will show you exactly what to do. I thought this picture was funny for today, except I said down here, just sub mom for teacher and we're golden. So this is how I feel like I am when you guys tell me your jokes or read me or show me your memes. All right, anyways, on to school. So today we're going to use two articles like we have been doing and use a note catcher like we have been doing, but we're going to kind of take a different focus. Instead of focusing on what the passage is all about and like what is the author trying to get across, we're actually going to focus in on all the text features. So I think this one will be pretty easy for you, but it's a good practice just to make sure that our brain doesn't skip through text features and instead we go through them and pay close attention to what they're trying to show us. So first things first, if you could please say hello on today's morning check-in. I love hearing from you. Watch my lovely tutorial video that I know you enjoy so much. And then you're going to read the spinning heart along with me, and then you'll apply the same concepts to attention athletes on your own. And lastly, once we read these and annotate and pay close attention to the text features is what we should be looking at, then we're going to fill in today's assignment, which you will see down here. And like I'm trying to repeat every day, if you don't see this embedded document where my cursor is moving around on the screen, you need to click authorize to be able to see it, and then it will let you submit it right online. If anyone is not submitting things correctly, you guys can look at your grades. If it's saying it's incomplete but you thought you did it, please share it with me, my email, and I will gladly put your grade in for you. I'm trying really hard to be diligent about grades. That way, if you ask me if you're missing anything or if your parents ask me, I can have it all up to date. It's kind of a lot because there's almost 50 of you guys every single day, but I'm trying to get it done because I know you're trying hard to do it. So I appreciate you. All right, so let's check out our article. You'll notice it's a little bit different today, and that's why I thought a text feature focus would be a good one for us. So this is Science in the News. It's called The Spinning Artificial Heart. And if we look over at what we're supposed to do today, and I'm going to give you this one with my teacher walkthrough, and then you'll do the other article. So let's see. The Spinning Artificial Heart needs to be my title, so I would type it here. Maybe. The Spinning Artificial Heart. I'm going to bold that so it stands out a little bit. Okay, and then you guys would be doing attention athletes here and applying the same concepts. All right. So we need to look at the bolded words. We need to look at italics, any graphics that are on the page, which means like pictures or images, any headings that they show, any facts, and captions. So all you have to do today is fill this in with what you see, and then you're done. So I will show you how to do it over here, and you'll do it here. And basically what I want you to get out of this is that we can learn a lot by looking at text features. It's kind of like what I showed you in yesterday's lesson, that like we kind of knew the whole gist of the article before we even read it just by looking at the text features that were there. So we want to make sure that whenever we're taking a test or even if we're just reading for fun, that we don't let that go. So let's get started. The Spinning Artificial Heart. I'm just going to scan this first for any text features. I see this image here, and clearly I don't have a lot of background medically, but I see like surgeon gloves and maybe there's scrubs that they wear and some type of equipment. And I know this is about an artificial heart, so maybe this is what they use, or maybe this is the artificial heart, could be a good inference. Looks like we've got some doctors over here. It's kind of too small for me to read that caption. I can see in this x-ray that this is the same as this. So that's another piece of the puzzle basically that makes me think that this image is of the artificial heart. And if you don't know the word artificial, it means, like, if you think artificial intelligence or something like that, it means like not real, it's created. So they artificially created a heart, not a real heart. I wanted to look at headers. So we have one more month of life. That's kind of a big deal if you were ever told that. Down here it says math moment, and I remember on our note catcher there was a part for facts, so this is probably a good one. The average human heart beats 100,000 times per day. How many times does the average heart beat per week, per year? So you could kind of work that out and maybe send me an email and show me that you figured it out. Or actually, better yet, following this video, I'll put in a discussion question and you guys can put your answer down and let's see who gets it. So we've got some more facts. Do you know 12 times a year you get whole new skin? Each month your entire body sheds its top layer, adds a brand new layer, and replaces it from below. That's pretty crazy. More headers. Skin gun heals burn victims. Okay. A cure for a virus is another header. It's showing us that a common cold virus looks like this on human cells, but then after the treatment, it looks like this. So it looks like it got cleared out. And then this is an activity, so it's not necessarily a text feature, but we can look it over just to make sure. It says the scientists in these articles are trying to help people live longer, better lives. Write about at least one act of kindness that you performed for someone. Why did you do it? Was it successful? How did you make the other person feel? How did it make you feel? So that's not really a text feature, but at least we were being good and making sure we covered it. And then we've got a little caveman with a burn, which I think comes back to this burn victim part of the article. Now I think that we have covered everything. So let's go over to our text features. I know so far this graphics part is pretty important to our article. So in the graphics, we saw what we believe is an artificial heart. We do need to read a little bit to make sure. We saw that X-ray that had the artificial heart. We saw the scientists in there and the different types of viruses. So let's read through here first before I start filling it in. Scientists have long been searching for a foolproof artificial heart to replace damaged human hearts. So far, the result has been less than perfect. All the heart machines eventually break down, wear out, or cause infection. Today's artificial hearts work like the human heart, pumping the blood in irregular beats. This lub-dub pumping is what produces your heartbeats and pulse. Now, two scientists at the Texas Heart Institute have made a breakthrough. Dr. Billy Kahn and Dr. Bud Frazier. New machine does not pump blood in beats. Instead, a small rotor spins, sending blood through the body in a continuous flow. So a rotor makes me think of like a boat. They have rotors on them. It's like making the boat move essentially by pushing water. So if you didn't know that word, I just want you to know. The patient has no heartbeat or pulse, but is very much alive. The small pack of batteries connected to the machine powers it. Since the batteries are outside of the body, they're easy to replace. That's pretty crazy, having no heartbeat and no pulse, but you're alive. And the spinning artificial heart is still in the experimental stage. It has been successfully tested on several animals and on one man. So far, it has worked flawlessly. What's over here? One more month of life. Craig Lewis's heart was so damaged the doctor said he only had 12 hours to live. Lewis was suffering from, I don't even want to butcher this word, amyloidosis, a disease that destroys the body's vital organs. His wife Linda decided they should try the new spinning artificial heart. He would be the first person to receive one. The operation was a success. The pulseless heart worked fine. Craig Lewis lived for more than 1 month with it before the disease took his life. You never know how much time you have, his wife said, but it was worth it. Okay, so that's about the artificial heart. And now we did have another portion to this article. Skin gun heals burn victims. So we're moving from learning about the heart to learning about our skin. And let's see what this invention was. A gun that sprays human skin cells. It sounds like science fiction, but now it's science fact. The skin cell gun was invented by a scientist looking for a better way to treat patients with serious burn injuries. Until now, doctors had to cover burned skin with a transfer or graft of healthy skin from another part of the patient's body. A skin graft can take months to heal. Dr. George Gerlach found a faster, safer way to heal the damage caused by burns. The key is the device sprays skin cells onto people the way painters spray paint onto houses. One of Gerlach's first patients was Matthew Urim, a Pennsylvania state trooper. Urim was standing near a bonfire when someone threw a cup of gasoline on it. He suffered second-degree burns to his face, shoulder, neck, and arm. My arm looked like a dog that got left on the grill too long, Erm said. Gerlach put stem cells from Erm's healthy skin into the liquid solution and then sprayed it onto his wounds. The whole process took just 90 minutes. The doctors covered the wounds with a new kind of bandage. Inside it are tubes that deliver liquid to clean the wounds and keep them from getting infected. The liquids also help the stem cells produce new skin cells faster. Just 4 days later, Matthew Urim left the hospital completely healed. Though the skin cell gun is still in the experimental stage, it has successfully treated over a dozen patients so far. That's pretty cool. Okay, and then this last one was about a cure for a virus. There's definitely a connection to right now because we have the coronavirus going around that is totally wrecking the normalcy in our life. So let's see if there is a cure for a virus. Scientists at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology have designed a new drug that may help cure viruses. It identifies the infected cells and destroys them. If successful, this breakthrough may cure colds, fevers, and much more. And then it shows us what the common cold would look like on cells and then how it looks when it's treated. Okay, so basically we learned about 3 different inventions. We learned about the artificial heart, we learned about the skin gun, and then we learned about this potential cure for viruses. Now let's fill out what we've got going on. So we can now say, because we read the article, that we know we saw an image of the artificial heart and x-ray. And then we saw, I don't think we have to put the caveman in there. He's just kind of a cartoon. But I will add the image of virus being treated. Okay, so we have those 2 graphics. I did not see any bolded words. So I'll double check. And I don't think I saw any italics either. But I'll just scan it really quick. I don't have to read it all again to find out, but just look it over, make sure I didn't miss anything. I don't think so. We had a few words that like I stopped and told you what they meant, but there wasn't anything bolded here for you. So we can leave that. Headings. We do have some headings. We have, start from the top, the spinning artificial heart. We have 1 more month of life. I don't want to put, yeah, takes up too much space. 1 more month of life. We had skin gun heals burn victims and a cure for viruses. Oh, cows. Heal for viruses. Okay, those are all of our headings. Facts. We had that one fact. We had the math question, but that's not really a fact. But then we did have the how often our skin grows, that it regrows every month. Our entire body sheds its top layer. That's a pretty cool fact. Our entire body sheds its top layer of skin every month. That's 12 times a year. Cool. And any captions? I feel like the only caption we've really, not really. No, pretty easy. I'm gonna say no. There's nothing like life altering in the captions here. It's kind of done. All right, that's all we had to do. So I'd like you to do the same thing, but you're going to do it on attention to athletes. So pay attention to all of your text features. Let me know what's going on in this article. And then I am going to put in a discussion question at the end of this so you can answer the math question and maybe tell me one thing you learned that they're telling athletes in this article. So I know that you read it. All right, guys, I will see you later. No science today. Adios.